bro. So I saw a video of you, one in particular, because I've seen like a million of your videos. I actually watch a lot of them.
Oh, thanks.
There was one in particular where I was just like, dude, the light bulb went off. I was like, bro, I can talk to SNEAKO if I get the chance and explain the simplicity of the Trinity, because that was the video in particular that caught my attention, because the Trinity is very hard to explain, but it is also very simple. It's like it can be overthought. And if you just give me about a minute here, this is what I think of the Trinity.
Sure, yeah.
Okay? So we all know that water, when you say water, what do we think of?
Liquid.
Yeah, H2O liquid. But we know, there ain't no argument. Me and you both know it. Even though it don't make sense, ice is water.
Okay.
You know it. Steam is water.
Yeah.
You know it. Then water is water.
So it's in 3 different forms, and like the 3 different forms of the Trinity.
That's right, but they all are water, baby. You see what I'm saying? And it don't make sense, because ice is not water, steam is not water, but they are. You know what I'm saying? It's just in different forms. Okay. It is the exact same to the molecule H2O. I mean, the exact same.
True.
So we're talking about H2O. The compound has 3 different forms. Now, if you just give me one more minute, this is where it starts.
That's true. Before you go to that, but isn't it true that one part of the Trinity, though, God created Jesus? So what's the greater, or what's the father in the H2O ice scene?
Okay, so, you know...
Well, that's something to think about. I don't want to, what was you were about to say something else.
Okay, so with the I will get back to that, because you're right. It's very confusing, because if we had to assign a value to them, I don't think that there is a value to them, and I'll explain that a greater value of one or the other.
Okay.
One does have more powers than the other. That doesn't mean that the value is diminished of the other. As in, the Father has more powers than Jesus, because Jesus is in human form. His brain only takes in what the Father tells him. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that Jesus is less than the Father. Whoa, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not ever saying that. But what I'm saying is there are things that the Father has not revealed to Jesus, and Jesus is complicit. And Jesus says, yes, Father, I will listen to what you tell me and only, and I don't have any knowledge outside of what the Father tells me. And so that's a mutual relationship out of respect, and Jesus knows there's certain things he can't know. And I can actually show you the verses on that,
so
too.
Like Jesus didn't know the hour, correct?
Jesus not only don't know the day and the hour, Jesus don't know who goes to heaven and hell. He has to read the names from the book of life. He might hold the book of life, but he don't know the names in it.
So then how is he God? If God is all-knowing, then how does he not know something?
Because he chose to put himself in a body of limited knowledge to live our life.
Okay.
To show us that it is fair, that we have an opportunity just as fair as he did, and he passed this life with all flying colors, no sin. He proved that he was the only one that could do it. If he wouldn't have, basically it's like this, brother. If God wouldn't have come into this mortal form, into our body, into the same physical form that we have, he could have never told us, hey, I could have, would have, should have done this. He actually lived it. And so many people saw him live it that they based a calendar off of him. And to this day, the calendar is based off of when he was born. Because this guy, remember, Jesus didn't write no books. He had people following him writing books everywhere he went. So Jesus, just by the life he lived, attracted the most people that have ever out of anybody. He's just that famous because he literally performed miracles. He would touch sick people and they would come back to life. And it was unlike anything the world's ever seen. There has been people that have healed, but not like Jesus. And so this is something that's interesting about the Trinity, how special the Trinity is, because, and I thought that you would really like this, and I promise.
I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, that's good to hear from you.
And this extra part will just take a minute, because it's all about the Trinity, okay? Here it comes, brother. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so we live in the Trinity. We live in a trinity of trinities. Okay, here we go. Time, space, and matter. That's everything you could ever possibly imagine. Time, space, and matter. Let's break down. That's a trinity. Time, space, and matter. They all existed at the same period. You can't have time without space and matter. You can't have space without time and matter. You can't have matter without time and space. Time, space, and matter are the Trinity. So, okay, you're with me. We live in a Trinity. Okay, time, past, present, future. That's it. There's no other source of it. It's either past, present, or future. So now there's a Trinity of time. one of the three tenets of Trinity, has its own Trinity. Space, length, height, width. Everything you ever seen has length, height, or width. Right there. So now the second factor of the Trinity has its own Trinity embedded. Okay, let's go to what's the other one? Matter. Liquid, solid, gas. Every single thing you can think of, it has a liquid, solid, gas. So I know the Trinity at first does not make sense because it's so complex. It literally goes over our head. But when you break it down, molecule for molecule, and put it out on a piece of paper, you can comprehend it. It is within your realm of comprehension. Now, are we going to know what molecules are and what made them and all of this? No. But we can be for certain that we live in a Trinity. And out of each Trinity, the time, space, and matter Trinity, they all consist of a Trinity. And so the Trinity is a very important concept. It's literally woven into our existence. You cannot exist without a Trinity. God don't exist without a Trinity, but he chooses it.
But didn't God exist before the Trinity? Because he created Jesus. So that means he was there before the Trinity.
Based off of John, in the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He's talking, the Word is Jesus. So basically, brother, okay, we think of things, okay, chronological, as in, I woke up, I did this, I drank my coffee. This is a chronological series of events. We live in time. God does not live in time, brother. We've never been outside of time because we live in space and matter. God has literally existed outside of time, space, and matter. He can create things when he wants simultaneously.
I thought he was a human.
No, Jesus is the human.
Isn't Jesus God?
God the Father, if you want to know what he looks like, I'll tell you all about it. There's a guy named Ezekiel. Okay, this is a very popular book. God the Father, he rolled up on a guy named Ezekiel. Rolled up on him, bro. Now, he don't just roll up on everybody that's living. You have to be very devout, call on him and all of this stuff. And then he was using Ezekiel to tell a story. By the way, that story is still transcribed. It's one of the oldest stories, most accurate stories that's ever happened. So when God the Father rolled up on Ezekiel, brother, he's got like a fiery torso. There's a rainbow emanating all
So God has a rainbow
him.
and a fire torso?
His whole body is fire, bro.
His body is fire and rainbow. Hey, I'm outside right now. I'm in the middle of New York. Do you have Discord by any chance or something? Can I call you when I'm home?
I would love to, brother. I don't think I have a Discord, but I can look on the App Store and try to...
Yeah, it's pretty easy to set up. I would love to continue talking to you, and I appreciate you giving this information.
Oh, dude, I appreciate you hearing me out and not thinking I'm crazy, because right when I heard you asking about the Trinity, it wasn't what you asked, it was the way that you asked it. You seemed like you really wanted to understand what the Trinity was, and I feel like I could help just a little bit, and so that's why I said I'm going to message SNEAKO, and I'm going to tell him everything I know about the Trinity.
Okay, I'll talk to you when I get home. It was good to speak to you for the first time in a year.
All right, God bless you, brother.
God bless. See you soon. Peace.